How does Travis Scott view the world?
Man, I kind of it's crazy. I kind of like look at the world like super obsolete and shit. Like, man,
Is it real to you? Because we live like in a box. Like everybody's like, you got to do certain things, you got to make money, and you got to have success. How do you look at it?
Yeah, like see, like right now, I'm like, just before this, I just moved to a hotel and shit. But like, when I be out here, like I be like standing on my homies' couches and shit.
That's some real shit right there.
Real raw shit. I'm into that raw like London edgy vibe and shit. Not really that clean shit. Like I'm a clean, fresh nigga, but just like more on the basis just like living. I feel like the life, man. Like especially the music I make. The beats, all that shit sound like how I live and shit. Yeah. For real. I choose to like curate my whole life around just like how I make music.
Is it safe to say that you are probably the influence behind Yeezy, or because he went super dark, and I know Kanye never does the same shit every year.
Yeah,
he goes like either he elevates into some other shit, and right now you're like your type of music is like maybe 20 years ahead of our time. It's like yeah. I said it before. It's like watching a fucking Star Wars movie, and you hear the beats in the bar, niggas is wiggling. I think that's where you guys are at. But do you think like that? Do you think 20 years ahead?
Yeah, man. With Yeezus, man, like I feel like that shit is like way ahead of what niggas thinking. Like we was having this argument the other day. I've been when the Yeezus album. I know he had joints on there like Guilt Trip. I know that was like old joint. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard that joint for first time in Hawaii.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And like, I did the drums, like I redid the drums. S1 did the drums, the original drums in there, but like those new drums that's on there, I redid those and shit.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so like
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You can see I look at them credits, man. Like it's crazy. Like I co-produced New Slaves, and I worked on Guilt Trip, but then I also added on like I'm a God and like Black Skinhead and like wrote on Can't Hold My Liquor and shit like that. Like, when I was around him, I was just like hanging. I was there early, like super early. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first heard like what's that joint? On Sight. It was just like this.
Damn.
It was like this 30-minute long
craziness.
like thing, and like I just watched that album just evolve into like this whole like fresh thing, man. So even me and Ye just bounce ideas more so like he tell me one thing, I tell him something. It's just like a balance of bouncing ideas.
But do you have to create this cinematic? Like it has to be like a movie going on. Like
yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't. It's a lot of rap niggas that swear they make movies and shit.
Yeah.
But these shits be like these like weak ass 2D like weak ass like Canon films and shit. Like, to me, a movie is like more than just like all this flashy shit. I feel like a perfect movie could be like you can be poor with no ice on.
Yeah.
That's a movie. A movie not technically doesn't mean a club. The streets is like the club, man. The party club, that shit cool, but I'd rather turn it into some like Frank Sinatra fucking like Scarface shit every day.
Is it amazing to you that everything's happening like super fast? I've had other people that came up here like Wiz and Mac, and they had to do a lot of crazy shit to get where they at, but everything is like fast forwarding so quick for you. Are you?
Man, I kind of see it like I kind of see it like the opposite for some reason. I think because like, man, I got shit in my like brain that I want to do. You know what I mean? That hasn't like been done yet. But through beats, I feel like, man, that shit has happened like how I wanted it to.
That's the best way to put it out there so people can understand.
Yeah, through beats and like even my raps, man. Like Jay-Z let me rap on his album.
That's
man.
crazy, yo.
He let me say shit on me. Like that's what I've been wanting to say forever. You know what I'm saying? These niggas tried to shit on me, man. Like for real. That's like my mom's, like everybody, man. This the king of New York and shit.
That shit must have been mind-boggling, like out of nowhere. I mean, you already were with Kanye, and you work with a lot of other cats. But when Jay came in real quick out of nowhere, it was just like a hunch. You asked to be on his album, or
man, I'm gonna tell you, this shit is the truest story of all time. My nigga right here can attest to this.
What?
Man, I was in New York traffic, like fucking midday. My flight is the next day. I hit the guy who like changed my life. His name is Anthony Kiloffer and shit. Like, you know, he like put me down with Ye. He's been on Ye for a long ass time. So like in the car, I'm like, man, I know like Hove album can't be just done.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Get
it's
the
like,
fuck out of here.
This is like what, 2 weeks or a week or 2 weeks before it's about to come out. Like a week and a half.
Nah. They added it. They added the record quick like that.
They added 2 records, man. Somewhere in America and Crown and shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you understand Jay with that track because he feels himself when he rhymes. Like he has a lot of confidence.
I was there when he recorded both of those songs. I gave him both of those songs.
And those pausing techniques where what was Jay doing? Because were you in the studio with him?
I was there.
What was he doing when he had to feel those tracks? Like he had to feel himself.
Man, this shit, man. This is when
this hooks are long, right? Like he hears the beat before he comes back in.
This is like the first beat that came off my laptop. Like, man, I was in there, man. Like I'm nervous. Like this nigga is tall as fuck.
Nah, I heard he be glowing and shit.
Yeah. And so like he just goes in, like he really writes the shit in his head.
Yeah, I heard he don't even fucking.
Nah.
There's nothing on paper.
Yeah. You know, he just goes in and he does it. And like the pauses is like the moment, man. It's like it's like the real, like on especially on Crown, man. Like when he did that, like the beat was so like long. I was asking him, I was like, yo, you want to shorten down the verse? He's like, nah.
No, but like, you know why he does that? Because when he performs, when he performs live, that's like
that's his shit.
That's his shit right there. The crowd feels it, and then he comes back in.
Yeah,
like,
the shit is
he kind of like he feels himself a lot too, man.
I was feeling it, man. I was feeling it personally. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, man.
I feel like every rapper should just like let me come in and at least like attest to their album or whatever type of music they're working on. Because I feel like with just Sonics, you know, I feel like you shouldn't just carry on doing the same shit. There's always something new out there that you're not fucking with. And I'm out there, like I don't fuck around, like fuck all that like chilling in the studio. It's like you know,
you all about work.
I'm all about just like, you know, figuring out what's new. Like what can we change in the next like 4,000 years and shit.
Yeah, but you jumped like you jumped like a lot of hurdles, man. Like you didn't like you are where like some people are dying to be at. Man. So I mean, is there something else though? Like
it's a lot more. It's like, man, I gotta put together films, man. I gotta put together like one of the illest albums. I gotta live up to like being like.
So you must be a RZA fan, because you know how RZA does all his, you know, he does a lot of like crazy karate shit and all that, all the movies he put out.
But see, like, I feel like, man, I don't know if me saying this is like cool. But I just never dialed into the whole like RZA aesthetic, like the whole Chinese shit. I don't know, but
it wasn't a Houston thing.
Nah, it's just not a Travis thing. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's people that like RZA. I like ODB more.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? ODB is like really the heart of that shit. Raekwon and shit. Like that nigga's cold. Like Ghostface, that nigga's raw. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas, if you just look at them and shit, and I know RZA did like most of the boom, but like they had the Sonics to like carry that shit. You know what I mean? I feel like they had like this thing that gravitated me towards them. It's like the
and then of course they're real rap. I mean,
exactly.
Straight out the heart, man. These guys wasn't like going in the studio making lyrics up. Yeah, dudes was rhyming on how they were living. But you and fucking this owl thing, man. I need you to explain Owl Pharaoh. Like, why owls?
Man, when I was living out here in New York, before I moved to LA. Before I knew anybody, I was at Stadium Red, you know, with Omen, my nigga Omen, and you know, Just Blazing in the studio.
Oh wow, okay.
So Omen used to let me, you know, man, record there, man, like real talk. And even before that, like all my homies, they knew me as Owls, man, because I stayed up mad late. I was just like working like all the way, man. My mom, man, used to like throw my shit out and shit, because I'd be up super like 3 a.m. doing beats. Like I had to get this shit together. And so I felt like, man, I was in the midst of an owl, man. I felt like I had the wisdom to like create some fresh ass shit, to do something. I feel like I just moved like an owl, man. I'm just super sleek, like posted, you know, fresh as hell, you know what I'm saying? But still like, you know, wise and like straightforward on what I want to do, man. I felt like, you know, and then Pharaoh, man, I just felt like with like God level, I call it music and just like textures and tones, you know. through beats, man. I feel like that shit hits through the like the synths on the album, through the drums on the album.
Is there secret messages in your lyrics too?
Yeah, it is. It's like really me telling people like what is going on or like what I went through. You know, it's not. I feel like it's way more different than like a battle rapper or even more just like a super lyricist that focuses on like all these bars and 16s. It's just like straight to the point and just like geared up and like from a vision of a kid.
Even your upper echelon record, man. I see you put the exploits of like everything in society.
Yeah.
Like the white man.
Yeah.
You got the sex shit going on, the bitches, the white bitches.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's so crazy about
that's
upper
crazy,
echelon?
man.
Like how my voice is in that tone.
Yeah.
It's like really if somebody drugged you out, that's what you would have just sound like.
That's some scary shit though in the intro though. You like, rah, rah.
Yeah.
See, your friends don't be scared, man. You must have some weird friends around you, man. They don't be horrified, yo.
Man, I don't know how they deal with me.
It seems like in hip hop, they always choose like whenever it comes to something sexual, it's like the good thing. You get head, the chick is happy, you fuck her, you come in her, whatever. But y'all pick the dark side of sex. Like I don't know. I'm not gonna say as far as rape goes, but y'all fucking I was like, damn, I gotta fucking pee on this bitch or something. Like I think you
pissing on.
But Kanye is a freak, man. I know him for like 15 years, so he made that record, that I'm in it shit.
Yeah, I'm in it. Yeah.
Like when y'all finished that record, what did y'all say to each other after that?
He was like, nigga, this is the next level. This is like, man, that's why I'm in it. Yeah, that shit, man.
So y'all chose the dark side of sex with that.
And he chose
the dark side of sex.
And I'm down. Like, what's good?
Surprises out there that you're working on the next couple months?
Oh man, yes, but I do not want to give it up because I don't want no bullshit to happen.
Yeah.
Because like last time I told somebody, I was like, man, I think I'm gonna be on this Drake album because they asked me for track outs and it didn't happen.
Nah, get the fuck out of here.
But I kind of see why, man, because like the drums I was doing is like way different than the drums. Yeah. Nothing was the same.
He's smoothed out though. He's like, he's for the bitches out there.
I can't wait to see Drake do some like next level fucking like crazy shit.
I mean, he's ill when it comes to battling and all that crazy shit.
That nigga is nice. I fuck with him.
Are you a Kendrick Lamar fan? Or would you bring him into your level?
It's crazy. I met Kendrick at the VMAs, like backstage at the VMAs, and it's crazy.
He would rip one of your tracks, man.
Man, I know. I feel like when he walked up to me, he was like, yo, what's good, little nigga? And I was like, this nigga about to fucking rap me out. I was like, this nigga about to out-rap me right here. Like, I was like, fuck! You know what I'm saying? But man, I like all this new Kendrick. I remember the first song that someone played for me of Kendrick Lamar's, and it was that Michael Jordan song.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's my shit right there.
But
Get
to
the
me,
fuck out of here.
I was like, nah. But then the second song I heard was that Overly Dedicated intro. And that shit, I was like, yo, this nigga is crazy. Yeah, I was like, man, if this nigga becomes like this ill nigga and can figure out how to put together like ill shit, because I didn't know him. So it wasn't like I can just step in and just like wish I can offer him some of my beats and shit. But man, his album was super good. And like the Section 80 was super good, and like all these verses he's doing for niggas is killing these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
You like that shit though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Kendrick get on the verse like a track with me, right?
It's a rap.
It's a rap, right? Like he would murder that hoe and I would murder that hoe. But no one would be like, man, like I feel like Kendrick smashed Travis because we know Travis is gonna smash Kendrick through a visual. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we know this. Like Kendrick is gonna smash the raps and Travis is gonna smash the beat and Travis is gonna tell his story. It's gonna be a good ass, cold ass story. And Kendrick's story is gonna be cold as fuck. And Travis' visual and for Travis and Kendrick is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be just crazy. It ain't about to be like, oh man, this nigga murdered my song.
Yeah. Like, nah, you ain't gonna let that happen, man.
I can't put out the album no more and shit.
I was with him the other day, man. He's a very humble dude.
Yeah,
man.
bro. That nigga is so tight, man. I fuck with the whole team.
He's just more into hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. I like that shit too. I like making for it. I like supplying like a sonic for it. I like creating like, good like ill stories and like, keeping the core hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Because that's like what niggas grew up on. But like, I'm really into like niggas like Tory Mon and like MIA and like motherfucking like, Coldplay. Them type of niggas.
I love Coldplay. Yeah.
And that's why we should stay tuned to the year 2014.
Yeah. What's this rumor with Dr. Dre, man? What's this rumor I heard about?
What rumor?
I don't know, man. You see, you know what I'm talking about. Let's go to music, man.
Yo, but we was just playing fucking Grand Theft Auto, and that nigga that's in Grand Theft Auto looks just like Dr. Dre, man. That nigga Franklin looks just like this nigga Dre. Like a skinny version. With the thermal and the fade. That nigga look crazy.
Last thing, why do you cover your mouth a lot? Like you cover yourself, like
man, cause you know, like I feel like I'm the rap game Daft Punk and shit. Like this shit just be getting crazy.
For real?
Yeah.
I thought maybe the world is like caving in on you and you're just fighting it out.
Man, I'm trying. I feel like, man, it should be more of the man of the music and shit.
Hey, I can't wait to see one of your shows, man.
Man, you have to come out. Like,
please, you gotta let me know, man, so I can understand it fully, man. Because right now,
you gotta feel it. It's crazy.
I got the music, I got the visuals. I need the show part now. Once I get the show part, then I'm fully in of our time. It's like I said it before. It's like watching a fucking Star Wars movie, and you hear the beats in the fucking in the bar, and niggas is wiggling. I think that's where you guys are at. But do you think like that? Do you think 20 years ahead? Yeah, man. You know, with Yeezus, man, like I feel like that shit is like way ahead of what niggas thinking. Like we was having this argument the other day. You know, I've been when the Yeezus album. I know he had joints on there like Guilt Trip. I know that was like old joint. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard that joint for first time in Hawaii. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. And like I did the drums. Like I redid the drums. S1 did the drums, the original drums in there, but like those new drums that's on there, I redid those and shit. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so like I didn't know that. Yeah. You can see I look at them credits, man. Like it's crazy. Like I co-produced New Slaves and I worked on Guilt Trip, but then I also added on like I'm a God and like Black Skinhead and like, wrote on Can't Hold My Liquor and shit like that. Like, when I was around him, I was just like hanging. I was there early, like super early. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first heard like what's that joint? On Sight. It was just like this. Damn. How does Travis Scott view the world? Man, I kind of it's crazy. I kind of like look at the world like super obsolete and shit. Like, man. Is it real to you? Because we live like in a box. Like everybody's like, you gotta do certain things, you gotta make money, and you gotta have success. How do you look at it? Yeah, like see, like right now, I'm like, just before this, I just moved to a hotel and shit. But like, when I be out here, like I be like standing on my homies' couches and shit. That's some real shit, like, right there. Real raw shit. I'm into that raw like London edgy vibe and shit. Not really that clean shit. Like I'm a clean, fresh nigga, but just like more on the basis just like living. I feel like the life, man, like especially the music I make, the beats, all that shit sound like how I live and shit for real. I choose to like curate my whole life around just like how I make music. Is it safe to say that you are probably the influence behind Yeezy, or because he went super dark, and I know Kanye never does the same shit every year. Yeah, he goes like either he elevates into some other shit, and right now you're like your type of music is like maybe 20 years ahead. It was like this 30-minute long craziness. Like thing, and like I just watched that album just evolve into like this whole like fresh thing, man. So even me and Ye just bounce ideas more so like he tell me one thing, I tell him something. It's just like a balance of bouncing ideas. But do you have to create this cinematic? Like it has to be like a movie going on, like I mean, I feel like I don't, it's a lot of rap niggas that swear they make movies and shit, but this just be like these like weak ass 2D like weak ass like Canon films and shit. Like, to me, a movie is like